This morning, Governor Kemp is preparing to sign a number of bills into law that will impact every student across the state.
Yeah, it does a few things here. It would speed up the process to ban books, make it easier to restrict transgender students in sports, and limit how teachers from kindergarten all the way through seniors in high school can talk about race in the classroom. I asked the governor about it.
I don't want our daughters being indoctrinated in the classroom. I have no issue with them being taught any of our state's history, the good part of it and the bad part of it, and I want them to be taught the truth, but I don't want them to be taught, somebody's political ideology.
We do need to mention that through months of research, our team has not found any evidence of critical race theory being taught in Georgia public schools. CRT is mostly limited to law school or postgraduate studies. Newly elected NAAC President Gerald Griggs is reacting this morning to the bill signing, saying, quote, "We need to teach the truth about history and not an edited version. No censorship of books or edited history." Molly Oak has more for us now on this issue, specifically about banning books in schools. Molly, a few school districts in Georgia are already working towards this.
Right, and there's this question of when somebody complains about a book or wants a book removed from a library, what is supposed to happen? Well, Governor Kemp is expected to answer that question today when he signs a bill into law. Now, as of now, in Coweta County, here's how it works. There's a policy in place which says anyone who lives in the county can file a complaint. It then goes to the media committee, which is made up of parents and teachers for review. In the past year, the American Library Association says it tracked nearly 1,600 book challenges or removals nationwide. Now, that's the most since it started tracking more than 20 years ago. In Coweta County, the public information officer for the school system says its school board is currently facing objections to 6 titles over the past several months. He says when Senate Bill 226 gets signed into law this morning, they'll face one major change. Now, check out this portion of 226. He says once law, only parents of students attending that school can file a formal complaint.
We've seen folks, again, fairly so, being part of the political process, coming to board meetings and objecting to books. We've had about 5 or 6 books because they're all online. People can look at them online in our media centers. We've had people object to those books. And while that's fine, it has to be noted, these people are not our parents.
And 226 calls for a couple of other changes, Cheryl, like for a policy to be developed. However, he says most school systems, specifically in Coweta County as well, already have those policies in place. So that's the big change they're looking at, is that now it's not anyone in the county that can make the change or make the file for the complaint. It's the parents specifically.
All right, Molly, interesting. Schools have been a focal point for the legislative session and for the governor. We have a lot of extensive coverage for you on the education moves happening in the state. If you'd like to read more, go to 11live.com.